Namaste everyone. I'm your co-host Shawnee ma'am. Welcome to your favorite learning channel. The topic for today's video is different food preservation methods. So in our previous video we had discussed about the various factors that cause the spoilage of food. So today we'll see what are the different methods to be followed to protect or preserve our food from spoilage. Okay. So to begin with we'll see what is food preservation. Okay, so food preservation is actually the science that deals with it is a science that deals with the process of prevention. Prevention of what? Prevention of decay or spoilage of what? Spoilage of food. Okay, so this is called food preservation. So what it basically does is the method of food preservation allows the storage of food in best condition for future. So this method further allows storage. It allows the storage of what? Of food in the best condition. In best condition for future. Okay, so it ensures that this food preservation ensures, what does it ensure? That the quality, edibility and the nutritive value of our food is intact or it remains unchanged. Okay, so this remain intact. So this is ensured by food preservation. So basically food preservation means that our food remains in a state where it is not attacked by any pathogens like microbes, insects, pests, etc. And also it does not lose the optimum qualities like the color, texture, flavor, nutritive value, etc. Okay, so when the food is in intact quality, edibility and nutritive value, it is not damaged by any pests, insects or attacked by microbes, and its all chemical and nutritive values are intact. These all properties are supported by the methods of food preservation. Okay, so now there are different methods used to preserve food. Okay, so different methods of food preservation. We'll see all the methods one by one. Starting with drying. Okay, drying is a method of food preservation. So what happens in drying? So drying of food material under sunlight or in the presence of wind. Okay, it is an oldest method. Here the food is dried under sunlight or in wind, and this method, that is drying, is an oldest method. Okay, so what happens in drying? Drying reduces the water content. Okay, it reduces the water content of the food, thus it prevents the microbial growth. Okay, because the water content of the food gets reduced by drying. This in turn reduces the growth or prevents the growth of microorganisms, because microbes grow best in moist environment. Okay, so the food items that are dried are, for example, dry fruit. Okay, dry fruits, then there is dry meat. These kinds of food materials are usually dried. Okay, then the next method is freezing. Okay, so what happens in freezing? In freezing, food is kept in cold storage. Okay, so keeping the food in cold storage, okay, it reduces microbial growth. Okay, so thus food can be preserved in this way. For example, we freeze food like there are frozen pea. Okay, next method is smoking. So cooking our food by exposing it to smoke, by exposing it to smoke. Okay, this method of cooking, okay, by exposing food to smoke by from burning wood, this also has an antimicrobial activity. The smoke has antimicrobial nature. Okay, antimicrobial, thus it prevents from spoilage, as microorganisms cannot grow in such food. When we cook our food by exposing it to smoke from burning wood, this smoke is antimicrobial in nature and thus our food is preserved. For example, smoke roasting. Okay, smoke roasting. Then the next method is packing of food. So what happens in airtight bags when we pack? When food is packed in, packing food in airtight bags. Okay, inside airtight bags and bottles. Okay, they prevent the microbial growth. This prevents microbial growth. Okay, so this is how microbial growth can be prevented. For example, dry fruits. Dry fruits are often packed in airtight jars or bags or bottles. Then the next method that we'll be discussing is oiling or salting. Okay, so here oiling or salting, it causes dehydration. It causes the dehydration of microbial cells. Okay, so this prevents their growth, thus preventing their growth. Okay, when the microbial cells are dehydrated, their growth is automatically prevented. Okay, so sometimes oil is also used to preserve food. For example, this kind of preservation is done in pickles while making pickles. Okay. The next method is using of sugar. Okay. So the presence of sugar, what happens here is, in the presence of sugar or adding of sugar is a method of food preservation. Presence of sugar, or we can say that adding of sugar. Okay, when we add more amount of sugar in a food substance, okay, adding sugar is a method. It is a method of preservation of food or food preservation method, as it is done in some fruits. Okay, it is done while preserving fruits, jams, etc. Then the next method is use of chemicals. Okay, so some chemicals like vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid, and sodium benzoate. Okay, these chemicals, they are used as, these are used as what? They are used as artificial preservatives. Preservatives for preserving food from spoilage. Then the next method is heating and boiling. Okay, so in heating and boiling, these methods prevent microbial growth. What do? They prevent microbial growth. Okay, so microbes cannot grow in extreme temperature, hence microbial growth is prevented. However, there are some microbes which are an exception, which can grow at very high temperatures, but most of the microbes that cause spoilage of food are prevented from growing in food by this method of heating and boiling. Then there is another method called pasteurization. Pasteurization, which is a method, it involves heat processing of food. It involves heat processing of food. Okay, so by this heat processing, what happens is, it kills the disease causing, it kills the disease causing bacteria. Okay, and it makes the food, by this process, it makes food safe. For what? It makes food safe to eat. Okay, so this was first demonstrated by, it was first, the process of pasteurization was first demonstrated by a French scientist by name Louis Pasteur. And this method of pasteurization is coming from his name, that is Louis Pasteur. Okay, he was the first person, he was a French scientist who demonstrated this method. Okay, so in this method, the food is treated. What happens in this method? Food is treated at very high temperature. Food is treated at very high temperature for few seconds. For few seconds, the food is treated at very high temperature, and then it is suddenly cooled. So this helps in killing the disease causing microorganisms. For example, milk is pasteurized. Milk is pasteurized at what temperature? At 72 degree centigrade temperature for 15 seconds. Okay. Then the example of other foods. Example of food or food materials that can be pasteurized, that can be pasteurized. Such food includes milk. Okay, milk can be pasteurized. Then canned drinks are pasteurized. Then cheese can also be pasteurized, etc. So these are some food materials that can be pasteurized. Okay. So now let's just quickly revise everything that we have covered today. Okay, so we saw what is food preservation at the beginning. So food preservation is a science which actually deals with the process of prevention of decay or spoilage of food. So what does it allow? The food preservation methods, they allow the food to be stored in the best condition for future. Okay, so this methods of food preservation, it ensures that quality, edibility and nutritive value of food remains intact. Okay, so there are different methods of food preservation. One is drying. So what happens? The food is dried under sunlight or wind, and this method is an oldest method of food preservation. By this method, water content of the food is reduced, and by this microbial growth is also prevented. For example, we dry food items like dry fruits, dry meat, etc. Okay, here we can see the process of drying. Here the food item is being dried under the sunlight, and there is wind that would help in drying of the or evaporating the moisture content present in the food. Okay, then the next technique is freezing. So in freezing, food is kept in cold storage, and this reduces microbial growth. Example, frozen pea. Here we can see a picture of freezing. Okay, the food items are kept in a freezer. So similarly, it can be kept in cold storage where the temperature is very low, and at such low temperatures microbial growth would be reduced. Okay, then there is smoking. In smoking, food is cooked by exposing it to the smoke, and this smoke is antimicrobial in nature, thus the microbial growth would be reduced. Okay, here we can see grilling, which is a type of smoke roasting. Okay, so smoke roasting is an example of the food preservation method, smoking. Then the next method is packing. Here the food is packed in airtight bags and bottles. This prevents microbial growth. So food items like dry fruits, we often come across dry fruits packed in airtight bottles or jars. Then the next method is oiling or salting. This method causes dehydration of microbial cells, and due to this microbial growth is again prevented. For example, making of pickles. Okay, then the next method is using of sugar. So adding sugar is a method of food preservation, like it is done in case of fruits, jams, etc. Then Using of chemicals is another method. Chemicals like vinegar, which is acetic acid, and sodium benzoate are used as artificial preservatives. Then the next method is heating and boiling. Heating and boiling prevents microbial growth because most of the spoilage causing microorganisms do not grow at extreme temperatures. However, there are certain exceptions. Then the next method we talked here was pasteurization. So pasteurization involves heat processing of food. So by this type of heat processing, the disease causing bacteria are killed, and this makes our food safe enough to eat. Okay. So this technique was first demonstrated by a French scientist named Louis Pasteur. So here the food is treated at very high temperature for few seconds and then it is suddenly cooled. For example, milk is pasteurized at 72 degrees centigrade for 15 seconds. And then the other examples of food materials that are pasteurized are milk, canned drinks, cheese, etc. So I hope you all would have got some great insights by watching today's video. Please do not forget to like and share the video. Till then, thank you for watching.